very prestigious law office right here in the wild west end of Long Beach. Before we introduce Jaimie, we have a couple of quick announcements. Coming up in Long Beach, the Long Beach Chamber of Commerce Winter Blast is coming up to Thursday night, February 2nd from the Avenue Cafe, and Halftime Howie, yours truly, will be broadcasting live on a Thursday night, special night. That's the Long Beach Chamber of Commerce Winter Blast, February 2nd from the Avenue Cafe. From the Long Beach Library, Thursday, January 19th, 2 p.m., historian Bill Shear has a special historical event at the library. Slides going back to the 1880s. Long Beach History with Doug Shear. That's Thursday, January 19th, 2 p.m. at the Long Beach Library. And still with the library, the Long Beach Library Friends of the Library is getting Taste of Long Beach. That's Wednesday, January 25th, 5:30 at Lola's. They got great hors d'oeuvres, and all the hors d'oeuvres are delicious. They're all served by Lola's. Their famous chef, David Livingston. The cost is $20 to get in, $25 for non-members. It's limited space, so call Sam at 432-8186 or Linda 375-6829. That's a Taste of Long Beach, Wednesday, January 25th at Lola's from 5:30 to 7:30. All the proceeds from that great event benefit the Friends of the Long Beach Library, and so got to keep the library going because they have awesome concerts like the Gospel Sons that perform there with my main man Walter on Sunday. So that's why you got to support the library so they can have all those great concerts at the library. Right now, we're going to turn our attention to Jaimie Issacs, from 2nd grade to 7th grade. She went through really hard times being bullied, and it's my pleasure to welcome in, she's an incredible 15-year-old Jaimie Issacs. And Jaimie, let's go back to 2nd grade. Talk about what you went through starting in 2nd grade all the way through 7th grade, what you had to endure at your school.
Well, first off, thank you for having me on the show. Well, back in 2nd grade, it all started with one girl who was a really good friend of mine, and she was my best friend, so it was someone that I really trusted. And one day she just became really jealous of me because my parents were always home for me after school, and they always helped me with my homework, and her parents weren't. And as elementary school went on, she recruited more girls to gang up against me until it carried on to middle school, where they created an I Hate Jaimie club where they were going to kill me after school, and they were walking around the school with a sign-up list for it. 7th grade came along, they broke into my locker 14 days in a row, stole school projects from a teacher's locker, and the list just goes on and on and on with what they did to me. And it all started with jealousy. My parents weren't drug addicts or alcoholics or in and out of jail, and this bothered the kids that I went to school with, and it ended up with 22 kids, both boys and girls, cyberbullying me and verbally harassing me on a daily basis.
Jaimie, what gave you the impetus to start the Jaimie Issacs Foundation, and what is the Jaimie Issacs Foundation all about?
Well, I decided that I wanted to do something that would forever change what happened to bullied victims, and I decided to form the foundation with my parents, and we've been around for a little over a year now. We've helped dozens of families through the hard times of bullying, and our goal is to raise awareness about bullying, and we do this by doing in-school and camp presentations where I'll talk a little bit about what happened to me, and I'll talk about the anti-bullying legislations that I'm working on, and what schools can do to help be bully-free. And we also help kids who are being bullied. They call us on our hotline, or they send us an email through our website asking for help, and we have a whole team of advocates, social workers, and we're always here if anyone needs advice on this situation.
I found out about you last year because it was a front page story in Newsday that a young man by the name of Jake Alexander was severely bullied, and he turned to you and your family. Talk about what you did for the Alexander family last year.
we did a lot for Jake and his family. We were able to rearrange his schedule in school so that he would be able to go through his day without being bothered. We gave him half the day in school and half the day where he was privately tutored in his classes. And then we had him bus back to school this way he could stay on the serve team, because we know that serving is his passion, and we wanted to make sure that he was able to continue what he loved. And it worked out great for him, and I'm really happy that things are going pretty well for him in school right now.
Okay, Mayor Minch has been a part of our show for about a year now. He does the Long Beach calendar. Mayor came to Long Beach in first grade, and Mayor, talk about your early days in Long Beach, how almost immediately you had to deal with the bullies here in Long Beach. You had to deal with being bullied. I won't say the bullies in Long Beach, but you had to deal with being bullied here in Long Beach from first grade on.
Yeah, to tell you the truth, I love this community. I don't speak nothing negative. Long Beach rocks. It's the best community in the world. And to tell you the truth, being bullied really doesn't hurt you physically. It hurts you emotionally. Is that it builds you in your mind that says that you're worthless, you're nothing. But meanwhile, your parents, my grandmother, my mother, they kept me strong. They kept me fighting. It was like, no, you can do it, you can do it. And I'm gonna start crying right now, but to tell you the truth, it was, when I first moved to Long Beach, I remember the day, it was January. Technically, yesterday was my 12th year in Long Beach. My 12th year anniversary living in my home, in the same home I'm living in right now. It was tough, going from Flushing, Queens to Long Beach, New York. It's tough. It's tough. You have to deal with new friends, a new community. And when I moved to Long Beach, day one, they started picking on me. It was like, look at, he's an outsider. Let's make fun of him. Let's do this with him. It really shook me to my core to see not just me, but it was other people. And I'm very admire what Jaimie, that's your name, right? Yeah. Jaimie does, and being on the opposite side, you have to think, like, why am I making fun of him? Why am I doing this to him? But you know that if you bully, you know that the person you're picking on is going to be bigger in the future than you are. So it really shook me to my core from being in a coma in North Shore Hospital for a week and a half. Living in the hospital it was on my grandmother's birthday. That was my first day in the hospital. My grandmother's birthday, February 5th, the year 2000, was the first night I've ever spent in a hospital. It was hard because my grandma lost her job. She worked for a counter named Orlane Cosmetics in Bloomingdale's in 59th Street. And it really took a toll not on just me, my home. I felt like I was not safe in this community. I felt like there's nobody I can trust, nobody I can go out, nobody I can say, hey Mayor, let's go out, let's have fun. This community really shook me to my core, but I still fought strong. I still fought tough. I still, not knowing the word, I bring it, yeah, I always say it on the show, like I'll bring it to Howie, I bring it to every life. It's about making every day of your life as an effort. If you're being bullied, stick together with other people who are getting bullied. You know, if you form a pact against the bullies, they would say, wow, now they're stronger than us. You have this, every person in this country has to stick together. Look, we're all human beings. We must stick together. We must be united. This is our country. We are the United States, yes, and we're united in power. Let's go, America, and let's put this country back on the right track, and let's show America what we can, other countries, what we can do to stand against bullying. Thank you, Howie.
Jaimie, you're listening to that, and you know that's, to me, it sounds like typical of a young person being bullied. I know with Jake moved in from Delaware. He was the outsider. and the kids didn't accept him. But I know a lot of it is kids that, kids that are gay, they get picked on, they get teased. 2 weeks ago, a girl from Staten Island, 15-year-old girl, committed suicide, and that's really the tragedy. Almost on a daily basis, you read about a young person committing suicide because maybe they weren't as strong as you or Maor, and they can't take it anymore, so they end their life.
It's always heartbreaking to hear stories like Mayor's and like Amanda Cummings from Staten Island. It's words really can't even express what it's like hearing these stories, and everyone hears it. And unfortunately, the way it is that you hear about someone committing suicide, and then there's kind of a lull, and the awareness isn't continued, and then you hear about another suicide, and the awareness has to continue. And statistics show that almost 200,000 kids a day stay home from school because they're being bullied. One out of every 2 gay kids are bullied. That's half. And it goes on with the statistics. And, other statistics show that boys in middle school, by the time they're at least 24, have at least 1 criminal conviction. And bullying doesn't get you anywhere in life. And that's why I've been working with Senator Klein to help pass an anti-bullying legislation in New York State. This will hold the bully responsible if a victim commits suicide through cyberbullying. The bully will be held with second-degree manslaughter charges and third-degree stalking charges and up to 15 years in prison. So we're hoping that the reaction for this bill will pretty good, and we're hoping that kids will think before they click, because why would you want to end up in jail with these kind of charges on your record? We want this to have a chilling effect, and we're hoping that the law will be passed, and I'm going to Albany soon to help present the bill with him. And I also worked with legislator John Cooper to pass the Suffolk County cyberbullying law, and that passed. And I'm currently working with Nassau County legislators to help pass that same law in Nassau County.
Later in the show, we're going to talk about Jaimie's book. Remember, this is a 15-year-old girl that came out with a book in Jaimie's words, and she'll talk about the book. But after the break, we're going to turn to the Long Beach music scene, because people in this town are very passionate about their music, and Benoit has some great stuff coming up. And sometimes, when you're going through a frustrating, emotional time, music is a great outlet to kind of like chill out and kind of like let everything go. So I think Benoit will be a good breakup for us. And but I hope that you hear these words. And if you're listening out there and you need a foundation to turn to, the Jaimie Issacs Foundation has a whole team of people that can help you. All right, we're going to take a break. You're listening to Broadcasting on the Beach with Halftime Howie, coming to you live from the prestigious law offices of Pecknick and Schaefer in the wild west end of Long Beach, on Long Island's first and oldest radio station, 1240 AM WGBH.